Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Iswan's debut album, Color Is, and it is the Rose version. As a little disclaimer, when I first found out about their name, I did call them iZone, so if I slip up, I'm sorry for all of the hardcore stans out there, but I am trying to get out of the habit of calling them iZone because I know it's Iswan, so just putting that out there. So this is the Rose version cover. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to buy this album, just because I did watch Produce48, but I was kind of on the fence about the lineup. Mnet editing at its finest once again, but I won't get into that. It was just a little confusing on how some of the girls ended up in there and how some who were in the running didn't, but anyway, so here's the cover with the final lineup, the side, and then the back with the track list. And unlike IOI's, this does not have a list of all the companies they are from. So I picked the Rose version over the Color version just because I liked the concept they did for it more. So here's the group picture. I know this is a fold out. Okay, so everything fits in frame, which I really did love the concept of this when I found out what it was, and I did wait until I heard all the songs on here. So I did buy this album because I liked the songs as a whole, which I think if you're on the fence of standing a group, if you wait and listen to all the songs on the album, including the B-sides, that will give you a good idea of what direction the group is going to be going in and if you like the sound they have or not. So Minju and Chaeyeon are probably my top two. Chaeyeon is probably my bias, which I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure she is. She's one of the girls I was rooting for. And it's pretty funny because her little sister Chaeyeon just debuted in ITZY, and she's already my bias in ITZY, so it's kind of funny. And then just to give you guys an idea of how thick this photo book is, here is the side. It's a pretty thick photo book, which I do appreciate thick photo books. I think they're the best. So I do like that it has like a corally baby pink kind of color. Pink is my favorite color. I know each girl represents a color. I don't remember every single one. So here's Wonyoung. She won. So she is the center. She's the next in the center, well, I guess you would say trilogy, since she is the third one, since Iswan is the third group that was formed from the Produce 101 series. Like Produce48, I guess, but it's I consider it still in the 101 series. Sakura, who honestly, so when she did her audition, I wasn't exactly like blown away by it. She took a little bit to grow on me, but I definitely think she improved a lot from what she already had. So, congratulations to her for making the group. Yuri is one of my favorite girls that I was rooting for. Her voice abilities, like her vocal capabilities, it's just amazing. And I think her personality is pretty funny, even though Yuri was my favorite trainee from Stone Music. Like, she's just so beautiful. So Yuri, if you can't tell, is also like in my top 3 and is one. Yena, who I'm actually pretty happy Yena got on. She was a surprise, but I think she deserves it. Honestly, all the girls deserve it. They did work really hard. It's just sometimes you're like, oh wow, I didn't think you were gonna get in, and then they got in, so you had to like get over who your original bias was that you were rooting for to just get into it, which is probably gonna make you sound a little salty, but I'm just being honest. I wasn't exactly sure about the lineup, about supporting them, and then I heard Vie En Rose, and I was like, oh my god, this is a really good group. I want to support them more. I still have to finish watching their reality show. Here's Neko, which Neko is just adorable. Like literally, like she can fit in your pocket. She's so cute. NB, who honestly I knew as soon as like she did her audition, I was like, NB's getting in. She's just too good not to be in the group. and she was just a consistent favorite, I think, during the whole thing, so it made sense for me that she was in. So if I'm gonna be honest, Haewon. So I know my bias in IOI was Sohei, and a lot of people compare Sohei and Haewon to each other, which, first of all, I don't really like comparing idols to each other, or people to each other in general, just because everyone's not going to be the same. They're not going to have the same storyline. I was happy in their debut music video that she sounded more confident and she looked like she wasn't that monotone robot in a way. But during the competition, I did find it a bit hard to warm up to her, just because she did seem so reserved, and I don't know, sometimes it's hard to warm up to someone that's so reserved and scared of actually showing who they are and who they can be. So I don't know, I don't like that people compare her and Sohei and say they're the two useless members, because I do think they both had the arc of improving, but in their own ways, and I don't think people respect that as fully as they should. Even idols that debuted in a group without going through a survival show, all of them have an arc of how they improve as they perform. Each performance they get better, they can sing more stably, they can dance better, their timing's better, stuff like that. It's just my own opinion on things. I mean, obviously people will take it or leave it, but I don't know, I just think all the girls, even if you weren't rooting for them, or you're like, how they get in there, which I was kind of surprised Haewon did get in there, if I'm going to be honest, but you just gotta respect it, because all of them worked really hard for it. They all pushed themselves, and that was the final result. So you can't change it, so you just gotta embrace it and go forward. So I don't know, I'm gonna stop ranting, I guess. I don't know, I'm not really like angry or anything about it. It's just sometimes I feel like things need to be said that aren't said at all, or people just brush over them and ignore it. Chaeyeon was also a surprise for me, but seeing her performance in, I can't remember what it's called, but I know Gyuri was in it. I was like, she is literally a princess. So I think she deserved to be in. And then there's Minju, who I think Minju had the most improvement during the whole series, just from not being confident at all to her performance in the last one, the group that she was in with Chaeyeon. I think she did beautifully. Like, she projected her voice so well to her own capabilities, and I guess that just goes to show, don't underestimate people, right? And here's Chaeyeon, who people probably will say it was like the biggest surprise to get in, since she was like always on the edge of, is she gonna get in, is she not? But her dancing, obviously, like, she's amazing, and her voice, she has a pretty good voice. Like, sometimes it's like, JYP, why'd you let her go? But also probably in her best interest. So here are the lyric pages. So Vie En Rose is my favorite song. It is the song that got me into them, and I know there's a whole controversy that it was supposed to be a CLC song, but I think CLC did great with their comeback with No. They already have 2 wins. So I think both groups respectively did well with the songs they were given, and both had an opportunity, and they both took it. And here is the thanks to, and another group shot. Okay, so I know that the dreaded member CDs are back, and it's kind of funny, I got Chaeyeon's, which I will probably say she's my bias. If I was going to collect, I would collect her. I never collect CD plates, so I never worried about that. I know some people do, which, it's just a CD plate with someone else's face on it. I don't know, that's my own opinion. So it came with this, which is a fold-out, I think, of Wonyoung. Yep. I don't think this was the pre-order one, because like I said, I ordered this late, but I wanted to really make sure that I liked all of the songs on it before I bought it, because I was pretty shaky about if I was going to stand them or not. So hopefully that's understandable. And then you get a member photo card and then a unit photo card. So here's a message. I'm covering up the name because I don't want to see who it is. So I got Wonyoung. She looks adorable. And then you get the unit photo card, which Young, so I think I have a unit with Wonyoung in it. Yep, so this is Sakura and Wonyoung. It's their unit, and can we just talk about how pretty the gradient they did is on the back of this? Focus. There we go. Like, there we go. I love the gradient they did. So yeah. Overall, I think the girls are going to do extremely well. They already have done extremely well, if we're going to be honest. And I do like the sound of their music. I'm looking forward to their next Korean comeback. I know they just had one in Japan. I haven't listened to it yet. Probably will, because I actually had to settle on who my bias was. It was stressing me out a bit, so I kind of put it on the back burner, but now I'm pretty sure it's Chaeyeon, so I'm going to look into their Japanese music after this. And that was my unboxing of IZ*ONE's debut album. Color is the rose version. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed.